I met Adam at the Richmond Tattoo Arts Festival, which he had already made an appointment here at the shop. Reached out to me about doing a back piece for him. He had gotten a sleeve started by Clean Rock One. He gets tattooed by Steve Teft. He's got his whole Ink Master collection going. It's kind of cool. He's pretty dedicated. The kid's a tough. He's a beast, I'm gonna tell you. He messaged me on Instagram. Was like, "You mind if I stop by and see you at the show?" I'm like, "That's what it's for." I was like, "That's what conventions are for, bro. Come on by." I mean, it's because I'm friends with Clean. I tattooed Clean, and he was getting his sleeve worked on by Clean. So I was like, "Just come by, and then I'll go shoot the shit with you." Talk to Clean and him at the same time while he's getting it done. I drew everything on him. It took 7.5 hours just to draw on. And that's normally, back pieces are pretty much harder to lay out, like especially with a stencil, which I haven't done stencil back pieces in probably 15 years, 16 years. So I draw everything on skin, even sleeves, everything. I think it's way better to be able to make the flow right, work with the body, work with the muscle, and make sure to take out sensitive parts, with just senseless stuff like smoke and stuff like that, where it doesn't, it's not as bad. So I like my flow better when I do it with a Sharpie. Normally my tattoos, I can draw it fast. This particular one was a full back. I mean, it was the back of the knees to the, all the sensitive areas all the way to the neck. So it was a huge undertaking, and getting everything, all the elements, water, flowers, dragon, getting it all in there was, it took a while to get the drawing to lay out, and just a lot of coverage. He has a long torso, so he's a tall, skinny boy. Yeah, we started out really good, and I tend to start my tattoos, like especially with areas that are a little more sensitive. I try to start in those areas so that like you're not ending on a terrible note, So I started literally on the back of his thighs, back of his knees, to knock that area out, because it's pretty sensitive, and you might as well get those out of the way when you got the endorphins going, and and being able to just knock it out real quick, and then move on to the areas that are not so sensitive, which helps out a lot. Helps, and I design, a lot of the ways I do it. I design the tattoo to be done a certain way where I can get them through a long session. Most of my sessions of 5 to 7 hours, so it's a long time. So I want to be able to get the rough stuff out of the way first. I line everything out first, and literally, from being here at noon and then drawing for 7 hours and then tattooing, it took 8 hours to line that whole back, and literally it would have probably took maybe 6 hours to line, but it started getting a little sensitive, and I mean he has nerve damage in in one of his extremities, so I just keep going. I just kind of keep the eye on the prize. I just don't think about it. My back and hands. I have nerve damage in my right arm from COVID. So after about 4 or 5 hours, my right 3 fingers kind of go numb, and I don't feel them anymore. So it's a little rough on myself, but keeping just trying to get him through it is the main goal, and then me, I'm second. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to keep trying to get it finished, because the end goal is going to be a full outline that you don't have to worry about redrawing or trying to figure out something that you're like, I don't even remember what was there. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm like a machine. I just keep going. I'm tattooing here at American Tattoo Society in North Carolina in Fayetteville. You can call the shop at any time to schedule an appointment. It's pretty easy. I do have a large following, so To get an appointment is best to do it as soon as possible. So I do conventions, quite regularly. So a lot of things need to get pushed around. So I stay pretty busy. Um, but most of my tattoos are all day sessions. Usually I only do one tattoo a day, and I focus specifically on one tattoo, one client, and that way they get the best of the both worlds. My position at American Tattoo Society, I'm artist manager over all our shops. We have 11 shops right now, and adding every day. We just added Wright Patterson in Dayton, Ohio. We just added Anchorage, Alaska, and soon to be in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia is going to be a really awesome shop. It's going to be an off-base shop, so we're going to be able to have a lot of heavy hitters come there and tattoo. Um, so I mean, I'm in charge of pretty much making sure that I get the quality of art to come to American Tattoo Society that's amazing. We supply our military with amazing tattooers, so they're not going off base and getting a bunch of, scratcher style tattoos. Me personally, look at everyone that comes to our shops and tattoo our people. So I'm pretty proud to be able to control the control the quality.